Hey, what's up? So now today we're at Bako National Park and it's about a 30-minute drive from the city of Kuching, and we just grabbed a grab for 30 ringgit to get here. And there's about like a dozen trails that you can do here, and they all vary in difficult levels and simplicity. And the one we're gonna do goes to a view of the beach. Yeah, I'm gonna show it all today and show you how to get there. When you first come to Bako National Park, you come to a boat terminal and you have to buy a boat ticket, and then you take the boat to the actual Bako National Park, and then you pay to get into the national park. So you technically need 2 tickets. And right now we're just waiting for a boat, and I'll show you what it looks like when we get to Bako National Park.
I like this sign a lot, but it's my favorite sign so far.
Crocodile warnings.
I haven't seen anything. I've been thoroughly looking in the water, but
yeah. Paid for our boat. It's a little confusing when you get to the boat terminal. You have to, they only let 5 people on each boat, so you have to wait till the boat fills up, or they make you pay for a private boat, which is about $40 US round trip. It's a little much for what it is, but it's what you gotta do unless you want to wait for a few hours for just the right amount of people to come who don't have their own private boat. So we're about to board our boat to Bako National Park. Thank you. It's fun. Careful.
we can leave later too if you want, like 4.
3's fine.
That's sketchy.
So the boat ride was really cool. You have to ride through waves to get here. It was way more rough than we thought, but then you have to walk out. You have to take off your shoes and roll up your pants so you can walk through the shore here. There goes our boat. So then you just tell the boat driver that you're going to be back at a certain time, and he'll meet you in a few hours. And this is the beach. This is the first beach we've been to in Borneo.
Yeah. It's been, even Semporna was difficult.
Yeah.
A little bit.
Yeah, Semporna didn't have like a sandy beach. It just had piers and docks. Yeah. Yeah. So this is Bako National Park, and then this green building up here is where you, it's like the headquarters where they give you a map and warn you about the different dangers here. So when you walk up the beach, you're immediately greeted with amazing trees, mangrove trees, and then these rocky formations. And then in the distance, there's more cliffs. There's a bunch of boats here waiting for tours to go over. We didn't hire a tour guide. We're just gonna take a trail and see where it goes. There's these crocodile warning signs everywhere too. And so you take this little walkway up to the little headquarters. Here's the Bako National Park sign. It looks like there's a little cafe inside and a place you can wash your feet. So we just went into the little Bako National Park headquarters, and the people there showed you different trails, and so we're gonna do trails 6 and 5. They're the ones with the views and you can see the beach from them, and it's what we have time for today. And first we're gonna start by taking this little trail near the headquarters where you can possibly see proboscis monkeys, and this is what it looks like. It rained all night, so things are a little flooded right now. And there's fruit trees. I think these are pomelos.
I don't know. Maybe.
And so this is the Lintang Trail. It's a quick little like loop that you can take to see monkeys before you do your main trail. So all over they have these wooden platforms that you can walk on, which make it easier for when it does rain, because it's definitely a pool down there. You can definitely feel that it rained last night. It is humid, but it's so nice being inside of a little jungle like this. And you see these steep cliffs up here. And there's so many trees. And we haven't run into any other people yet on this trail. It feels like we're not going to run into very many people here. I saw only maybe 7 boats out there.
The sea was rough.
Yeah, it was pretty rough, so I don't know how many people. Oh, here, a monkey. So you have these massive trees out here as well. These really tall canopies. These vines growing up these trees are really cool. Looks like a dead tree, but there's still a lot of life growing on it.
Where the real hiking begins. Real jungle.
And this water looks blood red. There's a lot of tannins in the water from leaves and roots, giving it that red color. It's very muddy. I don't know if we can keep going on this trail.
You want to look at the map again?
No, this is it. It's just rained last night, so things are a little more wet. Cool mushrooms growing.
Oh wow. That's so cool.
So in Bako Park, you can stay at any of these types of lodges. They have, I think, 5 or 7 different lodges. But they all look pretty nice. Be a fun night. There's definitely nothing out here though. There's no roads, so you're gonna be stuck here. So we're almost starting our trail number 6, but this is a map of Bako. This is the South China Sea, and this is where we took the boat around and came to the beach here. Yeah, we took the boat up here and then got off here and went to the headquarters, and we took this little trail around here, and now we're walking up this way and we're about to start this trail. So yeah, that's what it looks like.
Pretty cool. Very muggy.
Yeah, it's very humid.
Very hot and jungly. I'm excited to see something moving in the trees.
Yeah.
Let's see.
As we're starting our trail, we're by the boat waiting terminal where you exit the park. And so this is a view of the beach that we came in on. And it's all kind of mangrove-y forest right here. See all the finger-like roots coming up. And another crocodile warning sign. You probably don't want to go down those steps. As you're walking through the mangrove area, it's so loud with, I think there's cicadas. You can hear how loud it is. So this is the start of trail number 6. We follow these red color blocks until we start seeing the official trail number 6 signs. So yeah, these steps are definitely not close to each other. It's like a ladder. Cliff vegetation.
One of those classic situations. Right or left? And then basically walking up a little waterfall.
That's cool. So here's all the different trails, and then we're taking this Telok Pandon Kessel. It's 2.6 kilometers. It's kind of hard to see, but there's a waterfall coming down the cliff right there. You can hear it. Yeah, these steps are like ladders.
They were making it seem like it was like, take the whole family and climb, you know. I don't think kids could do this. Maybe some kids.
I don't think grandma could do this.
No, it's not that hard. But...
It's not hard, it's pretty easy, but definitely gotta test out each board to make sure it can hold you.
I feel like I'm escaping from something and this is like a secret route.
These roots are perfect handrails.
Does this look like the right way?
Yeah. It's really cool. This is like really smooth rock with all these like divots in it. And then these roots kind of make the perfect step. Yeah, here's more of this really smooth rock. Yeah, see here it's like the perfect steps that the water made, carved out of the stone. Here's all this water dripping from up there.
Feels good.
Yeah, it feels good. Yeah, everything's just turning into this smooth rock.
That way.
So the trail has definitely flattened out, and now we're walking on kind of this smooth stone, sandy water path. And it's hot, it is so humid. So now the trail got really easy. It's all flat. So we have more path like this. No more incline, so it's pretty easy, but yeah, just walking on these little wood platforms. like it goes pretty far. This is the first spot where we have a view of the ocean.
It's like a jigsaw puzzle on the way. I just stepped in a lot of mud.
So all the different terrains are getting very unique. So from like leafy and wet and muddy to mangrovey and rooty and watery. Very interesting terrains. The routes are nice though because you kind of have a dry step anywhere you want. Even though it's pretty wet, you can still keep somewhat dry and not step in a puddle or any of the water. So this trail is definitely muddy the whole way. The rock, the sand, the mangrove roots, the roots of the regular trees, it's all wet. So don't do this trail expecting to stay dry the whole time. So right now, this trail, we're just following all the yellow paint marks on all the trees. Okay, there's a cliff over there that we can see a viewpoint from. The last few steps into the mud. Sandy mud.
Cliff ahead, dangerous. It's a long trail even though it's not very long. There's broken ground.
So some of the trail has this nice smooth stone. It's easy to walk on. So now I think we're finally at the end of Trail 6. It's funny because halfway through the trail you think you're almost there, but no, we finally made it. It's a really cool view and there's a ton of people up here. We haven't seen anyone since we started the trail, but there's all these people at the end of the trail. But yeah, it's a big view of the beach. Down below, we're like high up on one of the cliffs. You can see the beach down there. Monkey's waiting for us to pull out our food. They're right there. Jerks. And it's all this really cool, almost volcanic looking rock. Pretty cool view. And now we're headed back. We have to catch our boat in an hour and a half, and it took us exactly an hour and 20 minutes to come up here. We're on our way back down Trail 6, back down to the main headquarters where we started the hike. And man, you definitely feel the humidity at the end of the hike. Yeah, it's probably a better idea to do this in the morning, like at 8 a.m. when the park opens. There are certain parts of the hike where you are like fully exposed to the sun at the top of the hike, and then as you're coming up the hill you're in forest, so it's nice and shady and cooler. But yeah, so I'll show you some of the hike down and how we get back onto the boat. There's a little balancing act you have to do sometimes to get through the water. Your shoes will get wet no matter what, so it's like a balance beam all the way through.
It's not that bad. Oh, okay.
I'll follow you.
Oh. I'm gonna lead you to quicksand.
Still headed down the trail. We're finally back in the forest, so it's nice and shady. How does it feel coming back down?
A little
fast?
easier.
Easier, fast? You know the trail now.
Kind of. Well, I was looking down, trying not to trip, so I don't remember anything. Sort of. Sounds cool.
I saw these mangrove roots. You couldn't even tell if one was a snake. They all look like snakes. So loud. Coming down is a bit more trickier.
Yeah, there's just some, like, for the most part it's grippy, but there's a few slick parts that even good shoes don't want to handle.
Yeah, a lot of this is just really smooth rock and it's always wet, so keep that in mind. So coming down, we're near the first part of the trail, but coming down is pretty hard. You're like leaping down different steps. It's like constantly jumping down and down and down. Definitely way easier coming up than going down.
Going up's easier on this part.
Oh, so we're back down at the beginning of the trail. It looks like the tide came in really fast. So we finished. Now we just have to go back to the headquarters and sign out. And then we have to go find our driver at a different jetty to take us back to the main boat terminal and right at the entrance of Bako National Park. These are bigger macaques. Jesus. langurs in the tree. Not macaques, they're langurs. When we walked by this jetty earlier, it was completely sand and dry. So the tide came in so far in just 3 hours. I think our boat guy is on the right over here. Here he is. Didn't see any of these guys. Our taxi is here. That's where we came in earlier today, and then they picked us up further down the beach later. So now we're back at the terminal, and we have to figure out a ride back. We'll see if Grab can pick us up here. There's also an hourly bus that you can take back to Kuching. So yeah, we gotta figure out how to get back. Hey, so we're back from Bako National Park, and overall it was a great experience. It took about three and a half hours to hike up trail number 6. We didn't have time to do number 5 because we had told our boat driver we were going to be done by 3, and we wouldn't have made it in time, but I don't think it would have been a big deal regardless if we were a little bit late. But yeah, all in all, I definitely recommend Bako National Park. The only little annoyance was figuring out the boat jetty terminal and like how you book a boat. They say they only want you to they say they only want 5 people per boat, and easily the boats can fit 12 people. Even on the boats they say 12 passengers max, but that is what it is. I wouldn't let that deter you from going to Bako National Park. It was amazing. So yeah, definitely worth checking out.